picked a very sensitive topic, huh?
Yes, 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 yes.
Feeling burned out. This is how I feel if I'm talking to myself in front of the camera.
Oh, really, Masroor?
Yes. If I'm only me, no one else, I'm just talking to the camera, I'm like, okay. No, I don't think this went right. I have to change my volume, you know. But if I'm talking to someone, this is something that I like. This is something that I enjoy. I don't mind
Yes.
doing it.
So if you allow me, let me rephrase that. So maybe you mean that you feel disengaged when you are just by yourself, and when you are disengaged, when you're doing something that your heart is not into it, your energy will be depleted.
Yes, 100%.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
And I don't feel that I don't feel encouraged that I want to do it anymore.
And this is very important.
Yes.
Because one of the main reasons of burnout is the continuous of the action of doing things that means nothing to you and you are not passionate about.
Exactly.
Of course, there are many reasons for burnout, but maybe we should start with the definition. What is burnout? You know, we hear the terminology burnout here, right, left, and center, but what does it mean?
What does it mean to you?
So I mean, it's a state of mind. It's a state of mental, emotional, and physical.
Okay.
It's a state where you feel depleted. It's a state where you feel overwhelmed, and you cannot engage anymore. You are overwhelmed, and you cannot meet your constant obligation. Yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting. You know where it happens? It happens a lot in the workplace.
Yes.
And it affects your personal life as well. So you go home,
of course,
you don't even want to do anything. Leave me
alone.
It's a long day.
Yes, leave me alone. Yes. You know, a lot of people mix between burnout and stress.
No, it's completely different. Stress,
exactly.
A little bit of a stress is good, is healthy.
You think?
Yes, of course. To push
That's
you.
The first time.
Yes, I believe that if there's no stress at all, it's unhealthy. It means there's something wrong.
Really?
Yes. To achieve your goals, this is my belief. To achieve your goals, you need to have a limited amount of stress to push you.
Is it stress or this butterfly feeling that is pushing you, to do? Like, for example, the second Masood before you go live on TV, for example, or the minute before you go on stage to present or address 5,000 or 1,000 people, on stage. I wouldn't call this stress. I would call it a kind of excitement, a kind of. For me, for me, I call it maybe for you it's a stress, but for me, I call it.
I'm not talking about that. Let me give you an example. I have a deadline at work. Okay? I'm working on a project, for example, and I have a deadline. I have to deliver by this time, for example. Now, if I'm like all over the place, oh nice, I'm in my la la land, okay? No stress at all. It's okay. If it happened, it's okay. If it didn't happen, no problem.
It's okay. Okay.
But if I have that little bit of a stress, that just limited amount, just enough to push me that, oh yes, I have this, I have to finish it. Let me leave everything aside. Let me focus on this and actually finish this.
So it's like the swift kick.
Yes, exactly. It's like a swift. It's a stress, but just enough to push you.
Just a manageable stress. Yes. Okay, yeah. Well, it's understandable, and too much stress leads. Too much stress over prolonged time leads to burnout.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Because stress is about doing things too much or over a limited certain time that you have to give too much. And when you do this over a period of time, you reach to a burnout.
Yes.
When you are disengaged, when life is like, even if you see Queen Elizabeth walking in front of you, it's like, okay, you know, it's like a disengaging of life and having this negative perspective to the world. Negative outlook to the world.
You know what
have you been?
You know what happened to your body when you go under stress, when you're stressed out?
Well, your body produces adrenaline, all this toxic, there is some, toxic, I call it toxic hormones, because when they are produced and you don't need it, and believe it or not, it can cause a death, with your heart diseases and whatnot,
What happens to your body is your body goes into fight or flight mode. And in fight or flight mode, what happens is your body shuts off your immune system or reduce it to the minimum, pumps a lot of blood. Your heart works almost double the normal time. Your heart rate goes up, and when you're trying to run away from something very dangerous, that's the fight or flight mode. But today our body doesn't realize that. So stress, when we stress, our body goes to that state. So imagine being in that state for a very long time. What happens to the body? Especially if your immune system is reduced. That's very dangerous. You will be open to any disease.
Vulnerable to many diseases. You will have constant headache, muscle pain, fatigue, tired. Funny enough that you can recognize the physical aspects of stress.
Yes,
but when you are burned out, because it just creep on you, it's not instant. It takes a long period.
Yes.
So you might overcome the red flags.
So what you meant to say, that burning out is a state. It's like so stress can go and come in a moment, right? I can be de-stressed in a moment, but if I'm burned out, it's a state of mind. It's a mindset. It's a
mental, physical, and emotional. It's mental. It's your mind. It's your physique, and it's your emotion as well. And every aspect of that is responding, and there are symptoms in every aspect. For example, when you are burnt out, the symptoms emotionally will be like that you are disengaging, that you feel hopeless, you feel helpless, and you feel hopeless.
Okay.
And you will lose the sense of your purpose, Masoud. You will feel that what is the value, what is my adding value in this life. So when you are stressed, that can cause you to die because of physical, like heart or whatever, right? But when you are burned out, it pushes you to be more of suicidal, if you know what I mean.
So it's a sort of depression.
It is. You cannot have a burnout without depression.
Okay.
So one of its emotional output is also depression.
Okay.
And going to this dark hole.
Yeah. I knew some people who reached to that stage. Very, very.
Who doesn't?
To me, yeah.
Who does it? And honestly, in our life, maybe not necessarily a burnout, but you might touch the mud or go down deep on the rabbit hole. And I believe I will not say the more you go into the rabbit hole, the more you become better person, but I believe that when you come out, you are out like the Iron Lady or the Iron Man, you come with your toolbox, which enables you for the next challenge or next stage in your life.
Nice. Do you think social media plays a role in this?
in this region, it's funny you mentioned this, because and where I work in my day job, they were doing like campaigns to educate people about burnout and the negative impact of being a perfectionist, because when you're a perfectionist and you all wanted always to be, you're burning yourself, right? So the media has a role, but I believe, my opinion, that in this region, the awareness is still lacking about what is burnout. When you tell a person, I think I'm going through a burnout, it's like, come on, man up, or get yourself together, get off, or have a run, or talk it off, and that's it, So maybe in the Western world, the media has a role. What do you think, Masood?
Well, while you're talking, you reminded me with an incident happened just last week. I was in a session and one of my clients, and she was trying to work on her business. And it's something that really excites her, and something that she really wants to do. But every time it comes to work, she wants to do something, she feels like, no, leave it. I want to relax. This is too much. I have a lot. I'm overwhelmed. And then when we digged deeper, we realized that, because I asked her, how is your belief about job, about work? And she said, yeah, work, it's heavy. It's something that I don't like. And there where I connected the media, or especially social media, to this belief. This is where led to this belief.
Yes.
Because maybe we joke about it. Oh, tomorrow work, watch a dawam.
Yeah.
We joke about it, but deep inside, we feel very heavy that we are going to work,
I get your point. Yes.
So imagine linking that work now to her personal business, which she enjoys. She sees everything that has to be done, whatever it is, being work for family, doing something for family member, doing something for friend, doing her own business. This is all work. Being with her partner, it's work. It's duty. I have to do. Therefore, work is something heavy. Therefore, I don't do it.
This is very true, because while you were talking, I remembered some jokes when I received from my friends. Oh, don't get too excited, and usually you get it around Saturday evening, because we work on Sunday. You get around Saturday, like, don't get too comfortable, or don't get too excited. Tomorrow is work. You know what I mean? So yeah, totally. Yes, in this regard, of course, social media is has a magical hidden deep impact in our mind, that job is heavy, and job is something that I have to do, not that I want to do, that I have to do. And I have to do, and that I have no choice to make the meets end, to meet the ends, and to provide and to pay for the bills.
Yes. Instead, we haven't seen anything. I don't even remember last time I saw anything talks about work in positive terms. Talks about work that's something that puts a roof over our head. It's a place where we get our food from. This is a place where we're living from. Whatever it is, being good, being bad, being heavy, no one talked about this.
No.
At all. No one even jokes about it.
No, that's true. No, that's true. And to be honest, it is bizarre. It is weird that one of the main causes of burnout is work and working environments, and how the media also is portraying what work really means to people. Okay.
You know, Corona had showed people, at least companies, that mental health is important.
Oh, big time.
Today,
and shifted their mind.
Shifted their mind, but unfortunately not in the correct way, Shaima.
How so? How so?
I'll tell you what happens, and I'll tell you an example that I came across today.
Okay.
I was discussing something with my friend, and he said, you know what? I know the companies are trying to work on mental health. They introduced yoga over Zoom, and they wanted us to go and do this, and they brought people to talk about mental health and all that. But how do you expect me to go and attend 3 hours yoga when you, as my manager, at the same time has scheduled 2 other meetings and I have a project to deliver by end of the day? It's like, so it's one hand trying to clap, you know? It's an effort from one side. We provide, okay? We are giving you, but you're not using. But it's not like the entire organization working towards the same goal. It's more of, the way he put it, more of HR effort to show that we have done something, but then it doesn't work well with the daily routine, especially now because a lot of people working from home. There's no time. He was saying, I get a call at 10 o'clock at night. I don't have a family life. And that became normal for people who are working at home, unfortunately.
You know, I think working from home has put in the beginning a pressure on companies that they wanted to show their the stakeholder, like the leadership, that we're gonna still perform and meet our deadlines and meet the profit targets and whatnot, right? So this pressure cascades down from top to down. That they felt that the pressure that they have to deliver and so on. And then the employees also got that feeling that they have to overwork themselves. Actually, one of my nephews told me, he told me, my auntie, that I am working till 10 o'clock in the evening because of Corona.
Yes.
Because, I was like joking with him and I was like, yes, you are working from home because like where I work, like we didn't work from home for long periods. So it was like four months maybe, and then we had to go back again. We did this shift, like team A and team B and so on. But my nephew company, till recently, they were still working from home.
Yes.
And he told me that our productivity went up to the roof even before the lockdown.
Yeah.
And he said it's not a luxury because you overwork. Yes, I have more time with my family because, okay, I'm working on my laptop, but still I can attend to my kids. I can still talk to my wife.
Yeah.
I can still, be comfortably in my work, right? In the comfort in my house.
Yes.
But still, the hours they are working, it's much more than working in the office.
Yes, 100%.
So yeah, I agree with you that some of the companies misunderstood the idea.
I think it's all about mindset, Shaima. If we get the mindset right, everything follows the mindset. So, just an example. What is people's mindset about work?
Something heavy, something I have to do, something I am pushed to do because I want to provide for my family, I want to provide for myself, I have a mortgage, but not.
Exactly. Yeah. So, only while you just talking about this, what kind of emotions do you get?
Did you see my body language? I was like...
Exactly. I'm asking you, what kind of emotions have you got?
It's a heavy emotion. It's like you feel that the weight of the world on your shoulder. And this is exactly what a burnout person would feel.
Exactly.
And when you feel this weight, you also feel that you are insignificant, that because you have no impact or influence on the situation that you are in. Yes. And this is one of the reasons why you go into a burnout, because the continuous of the dissatisfaction state of mind lead you to believe, to the illusion that you cannot change your reality, that you are not the master of the reality.
So if there's a slight change in this mindset, if people understood that they have a choice, what could change?
I would say miracles will happen, because when you say a slight change in mindset, what you are really talking about, Masoud, is stepping out of the comfort zone, and like we were talking offline about overcoming your fears.
Yes.
Because it's mainly fear. We are making decisions when we feel that we have to do something. When there is a have to in any sentence, then 100% behind it, it's fear. It's like a big list, big mountain of fear. So when you change this mindset, then you are getting rid of some of the fears that I can be autonomous, or I can be independent regarding to a work or not. I am knowledgeable. I have my education. I can opportunities is all around me. It's a mindset. Yes. And again, law of attraction. It's also a lot of people might not believe in it.
Yeah,
I believe in it. It's also mindset and law of attraction. What you want to attract to your reality.
Exactly. Yes, there is something here that I feel equally important to mindset, which I started doing. That was the reason I started the Wisdom Wednesday.
Wow, tell me.
It's amazing to have a good mindset. It's a change of a belief. But if you have that change of the belief today, and tomorrow you went to your normal routine, what will happen? You will generate the same
pattern,
the same thoughts that you had the day before yesterday, before you had that realization, and before you change your belief.
Yes, obviously. So consistency, determination, and consistency.
Yes. And what I have learned that consistency builds your habits.
Yes.
And I also believe that thoughts are habits. Our brain is programmed to think in certain ways because we programmed it.
Yes.
Subconscious mind. Now, to change that, it's not one ta-da and oh, I'm good, and halas, everything is okay. No, I think we need a constant reminder of that mindset, and then we act. The action is important.
Yes. Yes.
This is my belief, and
no, yeah, I totally agree with you. A plan without following through is just a plan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just a plan.
Exactly.
And what makes the plan effective is the consistency, meeting the goals or meeting the behavior. I mean, that's why everybody say the power of habit and keeping the meditation for 21 days, or if you want to change a habit, rewire your mind, from what we learned from NLP and whatnot, that you have to do it in 21 days. So the habit is very important.
Days, though? I was having this discussion last time I was on TV.
Yeah.
And the guy was an energy healer, and he said it's not 21 days. He said some say 21 days, some say 40 days, some people say even more. So why 21 days?
Well, I mean, I studied an NLP, right, as an NLP practitioner, and I in the module I came to know that your subconscious mind needs 21 days I mean, they did like research, so it's proven research is that your subconscious needs 21 days to pick up on a habit and put it in your system. That's something that will generate a feeling that this is something as a routine, something you want to do. Now, energy healers, because I started also last year doing energy healing and whatnot. So energy healers believe that you don't need 21 days, but it's much less. It can be shifted in an instant. It's you connect to the creator, and you take the wisdom, and you just channel the energy what you want, and you can just change, and it's sustainable. So you have it's according to your awareness and to your school of thoughts and which school you are following.
Interesting. You said beliefs.
Because
yes. I think whatever you believe in
is
something that you attract. I believe in it differently. For me, I don't know. This is my personal view.
Yes. I'm very interested to know.
For me, it's about how long have you kept doing the old. You want to change something, right? You want to change a habit. You want to change a thought pattern, right?
Yes.
For me, it's how long you've been there first.
Yes.
Because if it's been 1 year, it's easier than if you are in this habit for 15 years. If you are in this loop for longer,
of course,
then you require more time to overcome or to program a new habit. This is my personal belief.
And it's very correct. It's so correct. And I have a news for you. If all our beings now, all what we are now at this moment, it is just a repetition of habit and beliefs we picked up from 0 to 7 years old. So after 7 years old, we are in an autopilot mode. Of course, it's according to your development, personal development, and your awareness of what you want to change and the work you are doing to change. Okay, it's a continuous work. So of course, the things that you have learned from 0 to 7 and you want to change by the age of, let's say, 40, would be maybe more challenging than the things that you want to change, let's say, that you picked up, for example, 2 months ago.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Having said that, I do believe that miracles can happen in a way. So I am a person who used to eat meat, and I love meat and chicken and all these beautiful animals.
Okay.
And since November, I just stopped eating. I cut completely meat and chicken, became pescatarian, which is vegetarian, and eat occasionally fish. Okay. And currently, I'm also trying to phase out fish from my diet. So, and it happened overnight, Masoud. See, I am eating all my life meat, and by the age of 39, something happened overnight. Mind you, the day before, I was having a very nice piece of steak. Yeah, and I don't know what happened overnight. I just woke up and I couldn't digest. I couldn't feel it. It did not sit well with me. I couldn't eat. I couldn't look. I couldn't. So yeah, there is also some other factors into it, but definitely I agree with your belief. The longer it is, the more difficult to change.
It's amazing how your body and mind are connected, right?
Oh yeah.
You make a decision and your body doesn't digest it anymore.
You know, you see, that's amazing, and it is a tool for everybody. Like, you know, if you say, okay, I need to honor my body, I need to love my body, and I need to exercise 3 times a week. And for that, I believe vision boards are very important. Like beside my bed in my bedroom, I have this nice vision board that I put the things that I want to have and attract in my life.
Funny, I had so many vision boards, but I never had anyone hanged in front of me. They're
Really?
somewhere. Yeah, I have them some boxes somewhere.
Okay. And did you manage to manifest them?
Some of them, yes. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, okay. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, mashallah. Yeah. I believe that when you see it every day, you build a rapport and you build emotion because it's all about the feeling. It's not only about not only writing it down, is to see it, to feel it, to raise your vibration to that thing that you want to attract.
Yes.
In your life.
Yes. I think we share the same because we both love energy.
Yes.
I see everything again and again from a perspective of energy, not only the scientific way. That's why when you told me you burned out emotionally, I thought, when I looked at your body language and your body was like this. The words has energy, and the energy frequency is very low.
Yes.
And therefore, the outcome of a low frequency energy is definitely as low as the frequency. The higher is your frequency, the more chances you have to attract better things to you. Imagine living in this low frequency energy for very long.
Yes. So it is harming. It is harming for the body. It is harming for even your body, your mental health, your emotion. I mean, you deserve to live a good life. That's why I feel that recognition is very important, and reversing the state. You know, they call it I heard it somewhere. It's called the magic R's, which is I believe it was recognition, reverse, and the third one I believe it was resilience. So they say, okay, the first thing to come out of a burnout, that you recognize, that you understand the red flags, that you notice the red flags. And then after you understand and see, acknowledge, you reverse it. You reverse it by undoing the things that led you to this state. By engaging, seeking help, seeking help from people, and taking care, of your body and emotion, stopping stress or managing stress. And then when we say resilience, it's all about self-love and doing small things about the things that you love every day. This is just the starting point of pulling yourself out from this state.
Nice. And I think every single one of them has so many other aspects, right?
Yes, of course.
Just taking, for example, when you say resilience and loving yourself.
Yes.
For a person who is burned out, this will be like a dream. Because all they think about is, I'm not good enough. I have done so many bad things in my life before. I don't deserve what I have. I'm not getting out of this. I'm stuck here. This kind of thoughts every single day. So for them to be resilient is very far.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. It's very, and it's so correct what you just said. I cannot even emphasize that the negative self-talk is very present in the mind of a person who is burned out. That I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. I would say, you know what? Give yourself a break. I mean, the first thing I want to tell to a person who's going through a burnout, give yourself a break, really. First of all, there is no mistakes. I mean, I saw it once on an interview that Oprah did. And it just spoke to me, Mr. Oud. It just immediately spoke to me when she said, really, there is no mistakes. Whatever road that you are taking in your life, there is no mistakes. There are longer one and shorter one. So whatever road that you are taking, whatever decision you're taking is the right one for your level of consciousness, for your level of awareness at that time. So the wrong choice or the wrong decision that you think that you took it will just take a longer way to take you back to where you should go. So you will never be lost. You will never be out of track. You will never, be out of track. So I would just want to say, give yourself a break. I mean, when you go on a plane, Masood, and you want to fly, and you see the air attendants giving the instructions of safety, right? And then what you say when there is an oxygen problem in the plane and this oxygen mask fall off, and there is a child beside you, she says you put the oxygen on you first and then give it to your child.
Yes.
So so this is the essence of self-love.
Interesting. So that is burning out because of work.
I think it's not, I think, Masood, it applies to relationships. It applies to sometimes you can burn out because of your social behavior. If you are a person who doesn't honor your no, or a person who doesn't know how to say no, and you don't build healthy boundaries, over a long time, over a long period, you will get a burnout. Even if you were in a loving relationship, if you're not communicating your need and your want and what you love and what you hate, over a long time, you will just burn out.
That's very interesting. It's very interesting because I think especially in this region, in our region, it's not there at all. At all. Not even before you get married, you don't have no clue what is marriage. You have no clue what is a relationship. And when you get into a relationship, it's like another job. It's like duties. I have 1, 2, 3 duties.
Wow.
I have seen it a lot. And for me, this topic is very sensitive. It touches my heart.
I could tell. I could see it in your body language.
I have seen cases, Allah, I felt so bad. Very young people.
Yes.
And they just miss it. They miss the meaning of life. They miss the meaning of togetherness. Being there for another person.
Yes.
And just for a simple reason. There's no communication whatsoever. They don't communicate. What is it that they like? What is it that they don't like? What is it that they want? What is it that they need? What is it that they don't desire? What's it that they desire? And they keep building expectations based on their experiences, based on what they have seen either in the family, either in the media, either in wherever it is. And they go into a relationship from that perspective, that mindset. And the other person has no clue. What is the other person expectation? What is the other part expectation? And they act like themselves. And then mistake happens and miscommunication happens. Again, no one talks to the other. And then they blew up once in a while. I can't take this anymore.
Because they don't honor, the sense of self-love and self-worth. When you are in a relationship and you have issues in terms of the self-love and self-worth, you are putting the other person on a high position, like, on a that I would not say like God, but like you're putting them in that position there that if they say something that you're not approving of, or you're not communicating basically your needs. And they say, it's okay, I love this person, it's okay, because of him I will, or because of her, I will just, it's okay, I just want to see her happy. But what you're doing is that there is a hidden or invisible bag behind you, and it is loaded with things that you are disapproving of, and then what you are building, Masood, is resentment. It's resentment. And then with the next, and when this bag is full, and for example, a wife is cooking a meal, and the guy, his bag is full, and the spaghetti or whatever was salty, he will explode like hell, and she will not understand, mind you, because I cannot blame her. I mean, the guy is not communicating, or the lady is not communicating. If you're not communicating, how the other person will understand what you want?
Yes. And suddenly, after 6-7 years, I want them to understand all my needs for the last 7 years. Cannot. Oh, yalla. Take your bag out. Okay, let's
take. Yes.
Yeah. And, you know, at the end of that relationship, they will start bringing things out of that bag.
Yes.
This is what I have noticed. Oh, you know, 5 years back, you did want this. Is 5 years back? Why are you doing it now? It was 5 years back. Yeah, but we never discussed it.
Yeah, exactly. Because this bag, the invisible bag, will not disappear from its own.
Yeah.
You know, things needs to be, the mud needs to be on the table.
Yes.
So the culture of, or the awareness of putting things on the table. This is what we need to promote.
Yes.
You know, in our community, in our society, to avoid burnout in our social circle or in our social interaction. Yes. Don't you agree?
Yes, 100%. In the same culture, we don't have these problems with friends. Have you noticed?
We don't have this problem with friends.
Yeah, so friends, they barely have these kind of problems.
Yeah.
Because I think because they're very open. Like, he is my friend. So what if I told him this? He will not. Then I trust 100% that the other person will not take it personally. He knows he's my friend. And if he took it personally, it means he's not my friend.
Wow. Oh my God. What you just said there, it just hit home. Can you repeat it? Can you repeat it, please? Masoud?
I'm telling you something that I don't like about you. If you accept it, then you're my friend. I'm telling you this because I'm not afraid of losing you, because I know you and you're there for me, because you're my friend. And if you didn't accept it and you took it personally, it means you're not my friend.
Wow. Can you imagine if we apply this on relationships?
Exactly. Simple. Everything is on the table. This is who I am. This is what it is. Everything is here. I'm not a perfect person. I came with a baggage, and I came with experience, and I came with the load from my experiences, from life, from work, from whatever, from my environment. What we tend to do is we hide our baggages and we try to show a perfect picture to other person. I'm perfect, you know. I'm kind, I'm nice, I don't get angry, you know. Whatever it is, we try to show what they want to see, basically. And then when we find things that we don't like, we just, okay, in the back, just in the back.
Yes.
And instead of, hey, this is what happened. I made a mistake. I don't like this. This makes me happy. Do it more often. You know, it makes life much easier. But I think the culture plays a big role, because we often see it here and we don't see it much, especially in the West. It's different. They date for so many years. Maybe they're friends before, so they know each other very well. And then, you know, over here, the culture plays a bigger role. Well, people maybe give more importance to culture over openness or the true way of being in a relationship.
I don't know what to say after what you said. يعني, what to say? I mean, you said everything and you put it beautifully. And you know, Masood, I don't believe in coincidence, you know. Before coming to this beautiful chat with you, I was focusing in my mind that we're gonna talk about the burnout in the workspace, mainly in the workspace, right?
Yeah.
And the conversation beautifully shifted to other spectrum, which include relationships and whatnot. And it is just beautiful the way you put it forward. And yes, exactly, this is what happened in our culture. And I only hope that the awareness level will be raised, you know. I believe if the awareness level is be raised, we will have lower divorce rates.
Yes.
We will have more peaceful relations.
Yes.
You know, the word divorce me, or break up, you know, it's like a gum, it's like a chewing gum on, you know, like after every small conflict, okay, yalla, let's, because, you know, because exactly for the reason what you said, when you are a friend, he's not taking it personally, because you know that he's always there. So there is the safety factor there, with the understanding factor. And how the safety and understanding factor coming from? It's coming from communication. It's coming from being who you are without hiding.
Exactly, 100%. Just a small comment. Over here, and this is very important, it starts at home.
Yes.
It should start at home. Here at home, people are getting married without, no one is talking to them at all. Oh, you're getting married, yalla, let's dance. Yalla, what you will do, which hall are you booking, what are you doing? This is not important. This is bullshit. What's important is you're getting into a relationship. Do you know anything about that relationship?
Yes.
No education is happening at all. I think they have a small department in the court where they get a chance to attend, you know, and I think it's optional, a pre-marriage counseling or something. And that's not being taken seriously. It's just a job,
to check the box.
Yes, this
right?
Is okay. We communicated this. We told them this. Well, it will not add a lot of value if nothing happened at home, because that's where you built it, at home. I remember I saw an interview for a very old lady, a local lady, and they told her, how long have you been married? She said, I've been married for 65 years. And I said, were you happy? She said, yes, extremely happy. But she said something very important. She said, when I left home, my mother spoke to me. She sat me down and she spoke to me. And she said, listen, you are going to your house. Learn one thing which will protect you. Your husband is your husband in the house. He goes out, he's not your husband. You have no business of whatever happens outside the world. And then she told her, well, that's strange. How that helped you to have a happy life? She said, no, but after that, I was never concerned. Where is he going? What is he doing? With whom he is spending time? I never asked him any of these questions. All my concern was, he comes home. When he comes home, he's my husband. I have to look after him. And we speak, and I make sure I speak my heart off. And I tell him whatever I want. But first, I have to make him comfortable. What's happening now, this is what she was saying. Person comes from outside. You didn't even rested yet. Where have you been? With whom? Why? Who was with you? 100 questions. And that even before he rests. And for me, it was like the aspect of actually at that age, which was, I think, 100 years back. So 100 years back, if we think about when she got married. Someone would sat the girl and speak to her what she has to do. That time, life was very simple. But now, no one is doing that. Well, now we are supposed to sit and actually talk with people. I think that is a place where people has to start. If you want a successful relationship, this is where it has to start. Somewhere, awareness at that level, family level, first.
It's interesting, and of course, it's word of wisdom, like our Wisdom Wednesday. What you shared about the local lady and her marriage, indeed. What do you think? I don't know if I'm deviating from the burnout topic here, but we are noticing that there was no burnout in the early days, like, you know, in my parents' generation, your parents' generation, and they were going with ease and grace. And I think you mentioned the media when we were talking about work. I think also media, TV, movies, you know, romantic, you know, Disneyland.
Yes. So we build a picture. Like we build a mindset or a picture about what should be a perfect relationship or a perfect man or a perfect girl or whatever we desire. Yeah. And we don't communicate the characteristics of our expectation to the other partner. Okay. So now we have two problems. It became two. It was one, it became two.
Yes.
First is that the expectation that built on wrong basis, mostly wrong basis.
Yeah, Disneyland and
Turkish movies, you know.
Sleeping Beauty and
Muhammad
the princess coming. Yeah, exactly. The Turkish,
Yeah, and then second is communication. So I built a nice picture, but the other person doesn't know what I have built in my mind. And when I don't get what I built. Okay. I become mad, and I you know disappointed
of course,
on expectation that I have built, and it was never communicated.
No. exactly
Yes. It's like when your boss is asking you to do something without, he's expecting you to deliver a project without actually communicating what is it the project.
Yeah, Allah, exactly. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
So this is your job.
I'm a witch. Do I have this crystal ball that I have to go and understand your mind? Communicate, for God's sake. Communicate. So communication. I loved what you said about relationship, that you build an expectation. And when you are building expectation, you are what you are expecting.
Yes.
And the other person, poor him or poor her, he doesn't know, she doesn't know, what are you expecting?
Yes.
And then, of course, she will not, or he will not be delivering unless it's a miracle, or and when she is not delivering, you're building resentment on the other side.
Yes.
Like, come on, for God's sake, and not only resentment, because resentment over a long time will lead to burnout.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's talk about steps to come out of burnout. So
yes.
Halas, how to come out of burnout. Now, how to being in a growth mindset is the next step. But first of all, I need to come out of wherever.
Of course.
What do you think would be the first step?
So if you noticed, when the general trait of people who are in burnout, they are into a cocoon phase, or they detach themselves from people, and they are just in their own world, right? So I will say step one is turn onto people, even if it at work, try to build a relation with some colleagues. I'm sure not everybody is like against you, or so try to build new friends if you feel that in your current circle you don't have, or you're not comfortable to talk to somebody, you don't have this connection or rapport. It's never too late to build a new relationship. Okay. And also be mindful of the negative people around you, and also one important point under this point, which is that turning into people, there is one point which is connect to a cause, or to a support group. Connect to a cause or to support group, because there is a magic of giving. The main thing that the burnout people believe are that they have no worth, no value, no meaning of their existence. And this can be shifted around when you are connecting to a cause, volunteering, giving your time, giving your emotion, whether it's for orphanage, or helping elder people, or whatever cause, fighting breast cancer, helping others, engaging with support groups for other people who have burnout. What do you think?
Yes, awesome. I think going back to energy, you're changing your energy. So you're coming out from this place, just changing the physical place, also being with more positive group, people who can increase your vibration.
Yes.
Constantly is something very important, because I think the more you set by yourself, the more negative self-talk you will get, and it will be even more difficult to get out of it. Right? And the more you are with a group that helps you change your thoughts, change your behaviors, change your energy, it's easier for you to start anything after that.
Yes, and definitely. And I would add also, look at your priorities. You need to reevaluate your current priorities, because a person who is in a burnout, he is focusing on an idea. There is a delusion. There is part of a delusion in their world, because again, excuse me, they see themselves as unworthy, no adding value. So this is a delusion, is an illusion, because nobody on earth has no value or cannot be adding value, or no cause or no purpose.
Yes.
But this is where they are focusing, and as Tony Robbins rightly says, he said, where your focus goes, your energy grows.
Yes.
So if you are focusing on negative things, negative priorities, things that doesn't help you mentally, physically, emotionally, then you will prolong more the burnout phase. And here, the topic of also self-love comes to surface again, because if you are making another person as your center of attention, and you're not giving the same or even more attention and love and care to yourself, you will deplete. It's like having a cup and you're filling it with water, okay? And then you are giving other people from your cup. You're giving, so what will happen to the level of water in your cup? It will be depleted.
Yes.
So this is the state of person on a burnout. So when you fill your cup, when you fill your body with self-love, doing small things that you like, be it a nice movie, be it a nice activity, yoga, nice food, you know, it will help your cup being full, and then you can serve others, attend to others from the overflow, not from your own cup. You have to serve others from the overflow, not from your own cup.
Wow, interesting metaphor. You don't take from your own cup, you just make it flow, and then you give others from whatever is outside. Wow.
Yeah, because when you reach that state, you will never reach a burnout because you're full.
Yeah.
A person who is in a burnout state, he's not full, he's depleted. There is nothing. There is not even a drop of water.
Yeah.
And usually they hide behind food, drugs, and alcohol. They find their soothing, you know, to fill whatever gap in their mind, or to numb the pain of being unworthy with alcohol, drugs, and food.
There's one more today. Netflix.
Like what? There is what?
One more. Food.
One more?
Drugs, alcohol, Netflix.
Oh yes, Netflix, exactly, and Netflix, exactly. Yeah. Food, drugs, alcohol, and Netflix. Yeah, binge. You know, binge watching. It's but you know what? I mean, okay, if it happens frequently, because I have to defend binge watching sometimes. You know, sometimes in the weekend, you know, I feel I don't want to go out. You know, I just want to get a pizza and the popcorn and whatnot and just watch Netflix. So this is okay.
This is okay. Occasionally is
yes.
Okay, but I'm talking about all day long.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's hiding. It's hiding. It's hiding. It's you're hiding from your current.
It's looking for distraction.
Exactly, looking for distraction, and also yes, it's basically looking for distraction because you cannot handle your current reality, because if your current reality as you see it with this lens of illusion, it's too painful for you to handle. It's too painful for you to handle. And also, let us not discard the role of food and exercise.
Yeah.
So healthy diet and exercise can do magic, you know, for your mental health. Even if you walk 10 minutes, you know, they say if you walk 10 minutes, it will improve your mood for 2 hours. Can you believe that?
Wow. Interesting.
If you walk 10 minutes, it will improve your mood for 2 hours.
Oh, wow. But not under the sun here.
Not, you know, yeah. I think the weather now is much better because where I am living by the water, by the Corniche, and it's very beautiful place to walk. And up until recently, like no, I want to walk, I want to go do physical activity. And like, okay, but it's hot, so I'm giving myself the excuse of hot. And sometimes in the gym I get bored, you know. So now the weather is amazing, and just walking and smelling the breeze of the sea is beautiful. So if you're not a gym person, it's okay, just walk. You know, a 10 minutes will increase or make you, you know, feeling better for 2 hours. And healthy diet as well, you know. Coffee is not good. Smoking, there is an illusion, by the way, that smoking and shisha and whatnot can improve but it doesn't actually. It's increasing anxiety. It was proven.
Yes, coffee is good, little bit.
Yes, but nothing too. Yeah.
But not a lot. Yes, you need little caffeine. It has good.
Yeah, but bear in mind that you don't get addicted, because it can be addictive, and anything that you are addicted, it will mess with your balance. You know, your balance. Yes.
Exactly. So to sum it off, be with a positive group,
yes,
love yourself,
yes,
exercise and healthy diet.
yes, and reevaluate the priorities. You know, like your what
the priorities.
Reevaluate your priorities. It's very important. Because your priorities is where led you to the burnout.
Yeah.
So it's a good chance for you to look and see where your energy was going.
Yes.
And take it from there.
Yeah.
Where exactly with the focus goes, the energy grows.
Yes.
So just pay attention for that.
Awesome.
Yes.
We exceeded our time a little bit. Because I haven't felt that I'm just looking at 13 minutes.
Yes, but it's always like that, Masood, when we have our chat and this open heart-to-heart chat. And I'm very thankful for inviting me to your Wisdom Wednesdays. It was a very fruitful chat that I trust that a lot of people will benefit from it. Inshallah. When you podcast it. Yeah.
Inshallah. Thank you so much for being here.
You're most welcome.